right, good morning everyone. It's great that we get to do this back in person this year. It's been a couple of years where we've been remote or we didn't even have one, so it's great that we're able to kind of do this again. I will tell you this is an 8th grade celebration. It is not a graduation. That happens 4 years from now. Right? All of you, that happens 4 years from now for everyone. Okay. My name is Clint Williams. I have the pleasure of serving as the, almost said superintendent, the principal here at Sky Ridge. Woo! I'm not the superintendent. Not mistake. I also have the pleasure of being the MC today for today's ceremony. So, first of all, welcome, class of 2026. Welcome, parents, family, and friends. It's hard to believe that 3 years ago you guys walked through these doors for the first time. It goes really, really fast, especially when a lot of it for you guys was remote. Right? Right? Okay, all right. All right, now we're saying goodbye, and we're saying good luck to your high school years. I want you to take a moment to just kind of reflect on the growth that you've made in the last 3 years. Some of that is physical, some of you are really tall now. But a lot of that is academic. So just reflect on that growth for a little bit, and be proud of the accomplishments that you've made in the 3 years here at Sky Ridge. Today we want to celebrate those accomplishments, hand out a few awards, hear from some of your fellow students, and of course, hand out those coveted completion certificates, which we'll do here in a little bit. Parents, if you wouldn't mind, just please check your cell phones real quick and turn them to silent at this point. And teachers, check yours too. All right, and let's get started by welcoming our ASB President, Cole Gardner.
Hey everybody, I'm so glad that all of you can come out here to see this and witness this event. Like you said, it's a non-graduation, it's a celebration, and we're going to be celebrating moving on from 8th grade this year. So I just like to say that in 2 days, we will all be turning the page to the next chapter of our childhood. And in these final 2 days, I believe we shall reflect on our time spent here at this school. Love it or hate it, I think we can all agree that our years at this school were special in more than a few ways. And though our time here may be written off as the pandemic years, I think we can also all agree it was more than that. We lived and worked and played and experienced something that was strange and unknown. And when our administrators told us that our school was going to be online for a while, they said something I will never forget. They said that we were going to be a part of history as classmates, and as a school, I realized that our role in history will not be defined by the adversity we faced in 6th and 7th grade, but how we overcame it this year. With the help of each other, our wonderful parents, our guardians, our teachers, staff, and administrators, good friends, and the resolute spirit we never knew we had in us. When we arrived here, we were about a collection of 10 and 11-year-olds from different backgrounds, neighborhoods, schools, but when we leave, it's done. You will no longer tell people what elementary school you went to, what neighborhood you're from. You will tell people that you're Skyhawks because we are all Skyhawks. Think about that. At what point in your life have you shared this much in common with this many people? And at 3:45 tomorrow, you will walk out the doors of this school for the last time. You will hear the bell ring for the last time. And though you may have lost a school, you've gained a family, united under your experiences here, and sealed forever by what the pandemic brought to our school. And through the help of our parents and guardians, we survived our time here. We wouldn't have graduated or celebrated were it not for them. We would not be a school without them. We could not live our lives without them. So truly, to all the parents out there, from all of us, thank you. Thank you so much. And as we move on to summer and into high school, a funny thing tends to happen. We always seem to look back on events when we were younger with fondness, but really didn't like them in the moment. I think this happens because when we were younger, and in the moment, we can't ever seem to realize how what we were doing is important and necessary, blinded by our own personal disdain for whatever it is what we're asked to do. But as we grow, we understand certain things. What once seemed odd to us is now second nature, and in some cases, what was second nature now seems odd to us. But when we move into high school, it is imperative that we don't change who we are just because we're older, wiser, and in a new environment. And though change is natural, and in many cases necessary, what makes you, you, what makes all of us what we are, is not only our school, but what is deep inside that makes this school special, and is impervious to the very nature of change. But in 3 months, most of us will be paper makers. But this isn't about Canis, about Skyridge. This is about us. And as much as I want to say our future is so bright, we have to wear shades, the truth is, I don't know what our future will bring. But I have faith that if we always remember each other, our bond, our school, our friends, that we can change, that we can shape our future. I know that as our lives change, we can have the power to change the lives of everyone around us by setting an example, by living a sky code in all that you do, and remembering that truly, in the end, wherever you are, and whatever you're doing, that you will always be a skyhawk. We will always be skyhawks, because now and forever, we are all skyhawks. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Cole. And I just said that I have to follow that now? Well done, sir. Thank you. All right, now we're going to hear from some of our musical talent here. So please welcome our 8th grade choir for a great performance.
We just thought that this would be appropriate since, it's a kind of a somber time, but we will definitely remember these kids. So this is Remember Me.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye.
clapping mood, how about a hand for Mrs. Sappington, our director? All right, now we've come to the exciting part, the passing out of those coveted 8th grade completion certificates. Remember, we still have school tomorrow, though. So just because you're getting this doesn't mean you're done. You gotta come to school tomorrow. Okay? Now, we do this very quickly. So we pass these out in under 10 minutes. So in order to do that, we ask that you hold your applause and the cheering and things like that until we get everybody through. So the way that it works is we have 2 different teams, and we're going to alternate back and forth between the 2 teams. So you'll hear one name over here, the student will come get their certificate, and then they're going to stop on these 2 squares that you might have noticed as you walked in on the floor. They're going to stop, they're going to wave up at you, you get to take their picture, they're going to hopefully wave up at Miss Pappas up there who's live streaming for us right now, and then they're going to go back around. So it is a very quick process. So again, please hold your applause until we get all the way through. And at this point, I'm going to turn it over to our teachers for their announcements.
Madison Altievers, Luis Aguayo, Damiana Anca, Aim Albrecht, Hannah Apasible, Mia Armstrong, Kenneth Asayev, Lucas Bayer, Lily Atala, Grayson Becker, Lauren Batchelder, Anya Bermejo, Lyra Bajaj, Jasper Bizjak, Roman Bachman, Nathan Blue, Brooke Barber, Hallie Borth, Cece B, Tenzin Chama, Sahara Blackshear, Kathy Chun, Peyton Brentro, Mark Chernayev, Lucy Bunch, Natalie Jill, Camila Bustillos, Brendan Clary, Derek Cady, Daniel Compton, Anna Kane, Brady Conger, Sophia Chambers, Adrian Courre, Connor Chase, Joseph Dillon, Justin Chu, Morgan Drake, Nathan Chu, Christian Eckleberry, Addie Clark, Paige Ertler, Beth Conger, Daniel Esparza, Joshua Connolly, Alexis Fermenick, Savannah Conde, Gabe Flores, Ben Corbin, Griffin Free, Rachel Cottrell, James Bullard Leo, Haley Cowart, Faith Gale, Alex Cox, Cole Gardner, Jacob Crabtree, Jaden Garriga, Daniel Delaney, Haley Griffith, Sartaj Dillon, Mia Hamilton, Kyler Dixon, Ethan Harris, Kylie Erickson, Samuel Harrison, Ruby Espinoza, Maddie Hergenrother, Roisin Flanagan, Blake Hodson, Adam Fong, Aiden Vu, Silas Free, Aracia Ijaz, Evan Gash, Sophie Jacobs, Elle Garbett, Scott Johnson, Sierra Garden, Tyler Kaiser,
Aiden Garling,
Helena Campana,
Samantha Galen,
Trevor King,
Abby Goldman,
Reed Hunting Knight,
Lila Goldfarb,
Timothy Kabenko,
Natalie Grajeda,
Romy Koronev,
Judah Greenhill,
Andre Kosaki,
Scott Griff,
Lauren Crawl,
Logan Hakala,
David Lee,
Jack Harrington,
Madison Linkhart,
Bella Homestead,
Gian Loja,
Jackson Ramanka,
Hunter Lunke,
Ella Inman,
Cadence Maxwell,
Case Iverson,
Niels Meeks,
Jacob Kang,
Hector Meza Ramirez,
Tenzin Kelsang,
J.P. Milner,
Stephen Kim,
Henry Morgan,
Cooper King,
Savannah Morris,
Arnav Krishna,
Juliet Murrow,
Matil Krishnan,
Ellie Nava Orozco,
Lucas Lambert,
Abby Neff,
Sawyer Lee,
James Wynn,
Yuchen Leon,
Andreas Nicolaitis,
Sawyer Lippert,
Sarah Holman,
Cash Lauren,
Austin Parker,
Gigi Logan,
Finley Probosco,
Matthew Lowe,
Eleanor Rasband,
Juliana Martinez,
Luna Rios Cruz,
Miles Martz,
Anna Rivera,
Brianna Mezilu,
Ella Size,
Genova Michelson,
Emma Sanchez,
Caitlin Miller,
Charlie Schwarzkopf,
Kaylee Mitchell,
Gage Schwindel,
Evelyn Molina,
Kiret Satie,
Thatcher Moore,
Logan Smith,
Jake Moscatelli,
Addie Sobolik,
Yug Nanavati,
Ethan Sobolik,
Aleda Novara,
Gael Solis,
Zach Nugent,
Cooper Stadebrook,
Hayden Ullman,
Mia Stavanovich,
Chloe Olson,
Shaylee Stephen,
Miles Ong,
Gabriel Stickley,
Wesley Patchiker,
Gavin Strawbridge,
Taylor Payne,
Callie Tang,
Charlie Parker,
Aiden Tangway,
Emily Parker,
Megan Trapp,
Akila Patamano,
Avery Vega Padilla,
Kennedy Phelan,
CJ Wheeler,
Devin Pocarel,
Mallory Wheeler,
Jaron Ramos Escobar,
Davis Weist,
Max Ryan,
Addison Wilderman,
Avery Reed,
Faith Watarsa,
Camilla Sanchez,
Charlie Young,
Aubrey Schultz,
Caitlin Zemer,
Reagan Sheffield,
Leo Zhao,
Catherine Sittler, Jarnett Smith, Jackson Smith, Kira Soquette, Maximilian Solar,
Peter Sosnowski, Olivia Steele, Nelsie Sullivan, Ren Tamashiro, Kathy Tang, Mason Teeter, Gabriella Thompson, Selma Tramposh, Amana Usmani, Jonah Van Dale, Quinn Vogt, Jake Warner, Adrian Wiseman, Teddy Wazorek, Kingsley Williams, Miley Wong, Yvonne Yin, John Yoke, Jade Young, Lillian Zarzana, Henry Ju,
Next we have some special awards to present. We're going to start with our Team Citizenship Awards. So these awards are nominated by the teachers, and I'm going to welcome up our 8th grade teachers from, which one first? Team Apex to start. Students, remember when your name is called, just stand up in front here until everybody is called.
Perseverance, courage, responsibility, honor, self-discipline, compassion, trustworthiness, ambition, thankfulness, and respect. These are the traits that define good character. The 8th graders that we are about to recognize have exemplified these traits in their day-to-day actions. From your ability to persevere amidst challenges, to your compassion for others, and your ambitious demeanor to do your best. In our classes, in our hallways, on the playground, when you thought adults weren't watching or around. And with all the different people that you encountered on your day-to-day journeys that made up your middle school years. You have led by example in ways that we as your teachers cannot. You have led as peers. We want you to know, 8th graders, that we, your teachers, are inspired by you. The legacy you have left here at Skybridge lives through its students. This legacy will live on long after you're gone because of you.
Class of 2026, we are all so proud of you. We would like to recognize the following students for citizenship. Once again, please come get your certificate and then stay standing right up front. Number 1, Adrian Couray. Charlie Young. Ethan Sobolik. Haley Griffith. J.P. Miller. Kathy Chun. Madison Linkhart. Mia Armstrong. And finally, Sarah Ullman. All right, thank you, everybody.
And while we have so many students that make our days a joy, to wake up and come to this job, so many here from Team Summit, we want to recognize these few students here. Addison Clark. Akila Palamada. Cooper King. Hayden Ullman. Lauren Batchelor. Lyra Bajaj. Yuchen Leon. Mason Teeter. Nathan Chu. And Silas Free. All right, thank you. One more hand for all these. All right, how about one more round of applause for all of our students?
now we have some more special awards to hand out, so please welcome for our first one, our Bob Foster Athletics Excellence Award. Please welcome Josh Altmiller, our Associate Principal and Athletic Director.
All right, thanks for being here, everybody. And thank you for all your patience this year with athletics. What a crazy, crazy year in athletics. But hey, we got kids on the court, out on the field, and you guys are all here to support them, so thank you so much. It's very helpful. So I'm presenting the Bob Foster Athletic Excellence Award. Bob Foster was a longtime member of our athletic programs at both Skyridge Middle School and our other middle school, Liberty. Go Skyhawks. Mr. Foster served as the athletic director at these schools for the better part of a decade. He poured his heart and soul into making middle school athletics matter, and he did this by installing core values into each program and athlete. Over his tenure within our schools, thousands of local athletes benefited from his leadership. One thing that stood out the most to Mr. Foster was the idea that the best athletes were those also that were the best people. He instilled a sense of pride in helping our athletes see themselves first as a productive member of our community and second as a student athlete. Mr. Foster's legacy is recognized through this award to one student athlete per year who demonstrates excellence in the way they conduct themselves as both a leader and within the sport of their choosing. To be eligible, they must be an 8th grader, a middle school athlete, coach nominated. I know there are a few nominations that came through from students, so thank you for those. We have great kids here, of course. And also must be submitted or selected by the committee and have a 3.0 or equivalent GPA. This year's nomination reads as such. In 6th grade, this student has always been a leader within her fitness classes. She leads by example of doing the right thing, playing fair, demonstrating amazing sportsmanship, displaying her talent, all while encouraging others to do the same. Her leadership is non-threatening to her classmates, as she has a talent in helping others with various skills. She demonstrates, then helps to coach them through the skill with enthusiasm. As a student, she was single-handedly allowed her classes to be a safe place to practice, fail, succeed, and improve. As an athlete, her focus is making her teams better with her leadership, but also holds steadfast towards her own goals of self-improvement. As our students entered in her 8th grade year, she had to choose between basketball and cross-country. Choosing basketball, she still showed interest in the cross-country team, checking in on them to make sure they're doing okay. Our student athlete has also, on the 8th grade, a volleyball team this year. As the season first started, there were some changes within the coaching staff. The eventual A-team coach decided to coach in that specific role after weighing the pros and cons. One of the largest pros for this coach was being able to coach this student for another year. The team went on to win the championship. Unfortunately, our student severely injured her ankle in the final week of the season, but still came to practice and rode around on her scooter and got all the balls back in the court and did everything she could to support her team, even though she was injured. I mentioned that to her that it must be hard, this coach saying this, that it must be hard to be such a big part of the team and now have to watch from the sidelines. And her reply was, I'm now their biggest fan with the best seat on the bench. So this year's Bob Foster Sports Excellence Award goes to Lauren Bachalder.
Really should have thought this through a little bit more on the order for the microphones here. All right, now we have 2 other special awards that we get to present, and I just kind of want to read a little bit about these awards. So each year, our Skyridge staff have the fortunate opportunity of acknowledging several of our students who have contributed on a personal level to our school and fellow students. The Goodwill Award and the Jackson Leadership Award, which are available through the perpetual Jack, Will, and Rob Center Sustaining Fund, in conjunction with the Community Foundation for Southwest Washington, and in memory of 2 past Skyridge students whom we lost to a family floatplane accident in November of 1999. At the time, Jack was our ASB president, and Will was a member of our basketball team. These awards include a $200 monetary award, and our recipients' names are inscribed on the award plaques located in our hallway showcase. With permission from the recipients' families, we also like to announce the awards with local media and our school website. So the first one of these is the Jackson Award, and it exemplifies inspirational leadership to others. True leadership does not come from winning or being perfect. It comes from being human and from having the ability to hold oneself accountable for failure. This person doesn't give up. This person tries harder. This year's winning nomination reads like this. This student has been the driving factor of leadership within ASB this entire school year. Despite losing the presidency going into this year, she decided to take on the lead of multiple committees, including Unity Week and the school dance. Both of these events were run successfully due to her leadership, work ethic, accountability to others, and drive to get things done in the effort of improving the culture of Skyridge. Our Jackson Leadership winner comes highly respected by her peers through leading by example within ASB, web, and on the soccer field. She talks a very big game and then is able to back it up. It was because of her that the school dance happened this year, as well as a different approach towards unifying the school within Unity Week 2.0. This year's Jackson Leadership Award winner is Olivia Steele.
Thanks. All right, and this is for the Goodwill Award for loyalty and taking the high road. Loyalty, integrity, and honor come from a person's heart and from being sensitive, caring, and compassionate toward others. In matters of the heart, this person always takes the high road. This year's winning nomination reads as, the student has stepped up with both web and ASB this year. Her greatest strength is building relationships with almost every student in which she comes in contact with, making them feel recognized and respected by her. Current sixth graders have gone out of their way to say how much they like her and appreciate the fact that she is willing to go out of her way to say hello to them at school. Our Goodwill winner has added a level of maturity and respect within our ASB team, working as a prime example for others to emulate as a school leader. She shows up daily to do the hard work within ASB and SNN. She shows exemplary respect towards both her peers and her teachers, and is willing and ready to step up and lead her peers within school-wide functions. Her greatest two accomplishments within ASB were getting our first school dance post-COVID up and running, as well as working as the liaison between SNN and ASB. This year's Goodwill Award winner is Juliana Martinez.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Seidel. By the way, that was Mrs. Seidel, our Dean of Students here at Skyridge. We have one more performance to bring to you today, so please welcome our vocal jazz ensemble.
Check 1 2. 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 Check 1 2.
right, that was our vocal jazz ensemble. What I didn't tell you is they show up here at 8 a.m. 4 days a week to do that. So they come on 0 period. So another round of applause for everybody. All right, now we have a special video presentation composed by Ms. Pappas and our SNN crew. So please turn your attention to the video board. Hopefully you guys can all see that. coming to the end here, and by my watch, we're way ahead of schedule, so that's good. All right, so first of all, I want to send out some thank yous. First of all, to Ms. Pappas, who is actually live streaming this. I don't know if she's in here. She's probably not because she doesn't like me to say this. But to Mrs. Carter, our secretary, for setting this all up and organizing it so that it looks like a fun. Thank you to our students for all your hard work these last 3 years. I know, as Cole mentioned, it's been a challenge with the different formats that you've had to learn in, but you've persevered and you've managed to make it through your 8th grade year. Almost. Just as the song said, you're almost there. To our teachers and our whole staff here at Skyward, we have our 8th grade teachers with us here tonight, but obviously nobody would make it here without our 6th and our 7th grades, as well as our 8th grade teachers, so a round of applause for our 8th grade teachers. And finally, I think it's time for the class of 2026 to thank your parents. So you guys get to clap for your parents. Parents, your support is always greatly appreciated, and it will be needed in the next 4 years as well, no matter what they tell you. Okay? So be involved even when they're in high school. Finally, I want to take a moment to just kind of talk to the students real quick. So, in the last few years, I've had the opportunity to talk to several seniors who have graduated. And I always ask them, I just said, okay, tell me what you think an 8th grader should know coming into high school. And these are some of the things that they've told me. First of all, I gotta get to them, they're there. Don't procrastinate. And that's coming from me, a professional procrastinator, but that's what they're telling you as seniors who are graduating. Keep up with your studies and make sure you have a schedule that you can follow. Second, get involved and enjoy your high school years. So whether that's sports or clubs or whatever that is, get involved outside the classroom in whichever high school you're choosing to go to. And finally, and I thought this was very good advice, surround yourselves with people who energize you. Don't change yourself to fit into a group. Find the group that you fit into as who you are. Find those people that give you energy and hang out with those people. I thought that was great advice, and then I wanted to add a little bit of my own, framed in our HAWKS acronym. So as you all know, HAWKS starts with honesty. It's important that you're honest with yourself and those around you at all times. Own your mistakes and learn from them at all times, so be honest about those. A is for attitude. Keep that positive, can-do attitude, and you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish with it. W stands for work ethic. Work hard and reach for your dreams as you move through high school and beyond. K is for kindness. It doesn't take much to be kind, but you'll be amazed at the response you get. We need more kindness in this world, and it starts with you. Finally, S is for service. Do things for others and your community. It makes others feel good, but it makes you feel great. So remember to always have that service mindset. We have great faith in you, and we know you'll do wonderful things. Above all, remember to believe in yourself and to always be you. You've learned a lot in your first 9 years of school, and I hope that you'll continue to learn throughout your lives. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Remember, 4 years from now is graduation, for completing middle school. Thank you, families, for attending today. We are a little bit early, so we have some time for you to kind of meet up with your, I won't say graduates, your 8th graders. That can happen in the gym here or outside in the cafeteria. We can kind of spread out a little bit. Remember, students, that Big Al's buses are leaving at 10:45. So hang out a little bit here.